Welcome to the Vault Excel. This is live number 2. Lord have mercy. Woo! I can't. Mm, mm, mm. What we say in the street, you got to be more careful. Lord have mercy. Oh, my. Just when I think I've seen it all, I I don't think I could be more surprised. Maybe so, maybe not. Interesting. A balance. Where you at? Boy, you wild. I had to pour a drink on that one. Damn. Hello, Skylar. What in the hell is that you done posted to your community page, son? What in the hell is that you done posted? Hello, Sky. I got a Skylar and a Sky. Shut your mouth. Hey, Balance. Queen needs to talk to you. What in the hell is that you done posted to your community page? Oh, Lord. Who backyard is that? We're not going to use correct English during this live because I don't think it's needed or warranted. Who in the hell yard is that? Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, I need a respirator. Somebody please call the EM and a T. Who yard is that? I just want to know. Anybody got any suggestions? Ooh, Lord have mercy. I'm trying to get some rest. And I ate my little dinner. Took me a good shower. Smelling so good, so fresh, and so clean. And then I see that. I said, what in the hell is this? Lord have mercy. There is no rest for the weary, is it not? What in the hell is that? Who yard is that? A Balance. AB, where you at? Whose yard is that? I need to know whose yard that is. As old black folks say, who that belongs to? What they say? There's an eye in the sky. You damn Skippy. It's a big old eye. Woo. That's why you have to stay in your lane. If you stay in your lane, these type of things won't happen. But people don't like to stay in the lane. Oh, I was reading some of the comments. Let's read some of the comments. Oh my. These last $2, I'm not gonna lose. Lord have mercy. What they say, meet me at the casino. Maybe that's where them stickers are going. The stickers and the super chats. They at the casino. Somebody been gambling. They forgot to clean their yard. They forgot to call, what they call it, the pool guy. Oh, it ain't no pool back there. I'm sorry. What is this? Oh, mercy. What in the hell is this? Baby. Who yard is that? That's all I'm trying to figure out. Whose yard is that back there? Anybody got any suggestions? Anybody got any idea? Who yard is that, child? That's all I want to know. Whose yard is that? I mean, it's a shed, a rowboat. This motherfucker got a damn canoe back there. Did you see that? Oh, bitch. Ooh, this is what happens when you fuck with the right one. What the rapper said, fuck around and find out. That's what y'all want, ain't it? You like fucking with folks. So, because it didn't come from Queen. Because I don't know nothing about it. But all I know is, what the fuck you doing with a rowboat back in your yard? What in the hell is that? This motherfucker got a rowboat. What the fuck you paddling to? Where the paddles at, bitch? Where is your paddles? I tried to have a good Sunday. The devil will not leave me alone. Why do you all keep bothering, Queen? I was doing so good this evening. Minding my business. I was minding my business. and this damn notification come. I'm dead. I just want to know where the boat going. Oh, Jesus, where is the boat going? Queen, shut up. I won't. Beverly's in the house tonight. Beverly is in the damn house. Shut your mouth. I can't even gather my damn thoughts. Who house is that? That's all I want to know. Who home that belongs to? Anybody got any ideas? I can't find what I'm looking for. Damn. Shut your mouth. Oh, Jesus. When they say there's a leak in this old building, they meant that. Honey? Oh, shit. Who house that long to? That's all I want to know. Hey, Brooke. Shit, wait a minute. Aaron said, I thought it was Rex's. I'm dead. Jesus. Wait a minute. Go check it out. It's on A Balance YouTube channel on his community page. I ain't showing that shit on mine. I don't need that omen upper chin. Who house is it? That's all I want to know. Who house is it? Whose house is it? I just need to know. I can't find what the hell I'm looking for. Shit. Damn. I'm all discombobulated. Who house is it? Huh? What y'all said? I can't hear you. A storyteller. What, Luminous? Luminous, you ought to come up here and talk to the Queen for a second, huh? Just come talk to Queen. Come on. Come on, talk to Queen. Come on, talk to Queen. It says at this certain person, 2882. When will you be bringing your yard up to municipal code standards? Happy motherfucker. Oh, Lord. 76 comments. Lynn says, oh my God, is that someone's yard? That's awful. The Queen says, damn, you hit her motherfucking jugular. Now let's see if she'll gurgle up a response. Shut your mouth. Missy D says, AB, you're one of my faves to listen to with your quick wit. Please let this go. There's no need to win at all costs. You're better cracking jokes and making awesome comebacks during your videos than doing this. Oh, this is a comeback, baby. I know it seems cruel, but you have to sometimes think about the shit that people do, and they ask for the bullshit. So see, this is what happens when you put your feet in the mud and you stir it around, and then you kick it. You kick it at other people. Well, you should know it's going to come back. Come on now. That's the purpose of putting your foot in the motherfucking mud, is it not? You just think you going to come up clean because your feet's in the mud? Now. Come on, baby. Come on. Woo! Farida said, mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be junkyard dogs. I'll be damned. Lisa replies, good one. Queen replies, I'm MK dead. I meant to say F. Shut my mouth. Let me scratch that. because I was so discombobulated. I done spelt it wrong. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, whose house is that? Somebody said it's bad when you can spot a garbage house from the sky. Is anyone surprised it looks like that? Her poor neighbors. You got that right. Her poor neighbors. Queen of here says that's just pitiful. Lazy. Oh my God. Hashtag embarrassing. And Tracy says, well, I wouldn't post her property, but blackmouth makes no sense. Oh my gosh, emoji. Should have used a better word than no confusion. Well, too late for that. Pale Rider says, holy crap, that's a freaking junkyard. Is it? What is it? What in the hell is it? Oh, and look at the crybabies responding. Oh, somebody said this to a certain person. What about in the fall? Or her wonderful son? I'm sorry, but I think I'm close to her age, and I would never allow this to happen. What about the fall? What the fall got to do with it? And then here goes Miss Bassett Baby. Miss Crybaby. Again, it's her yard. If that's how she has to keep it, I believe it's her personal business. I've seen so worse, believe me. Bottom line is, don't love there, so it really shouldn't bother us. Well, you shouldn't mind checking out the motherfucking chat. Oh, somebody says, why are you jumping on the bandwagon, AB? Thought you had more class than that. Oh, Lucky says, I thought she lived on an oceanfront property on the Gold Coast of Florida. There was a post about it. 2 replies. Twalk replies, maybe she was talking about that gorgeous pool with that beautiful green water in it next door to her. And then I replied, the laugh out loud, yeah, okay. Uh-huh. I didn't see no view from that person's yard. Maybe I missed that. I don't know. Somebody says, looks like Ben Hill's hoard of shit. Hoard of shit, excuse me. This is her residence? Where is the house? Somebody told AB he childish. Unbelievably childish. Grow up, AB. Unsubscribing. Bye now. Yeah. When they tell you bye, they'll come right back in the chat and comment like a certain person I know. Don't tell me bye. And then wait days later to come back to comment. Yeah, because you can't get enough. These people weird. Maybe that's hurricane damage. Holy crap. Around here where I live, if a yard looks like that, they send a letter control truck around and give you 30 days to clean that crap up and or pay a big fine. Oh, Bassett Baby, you just can't shut up, can you? It's her backyard. Some counties in Florida don't give a SHIT. Somebody replies to her, where's the house? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear, sweetie. Somebody was praying for somebody else with a bad situation. They sure wouldn't stand for it here. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine either what all is under all that junk and trash and looks horrible. And my grandma always told me, you can almost tell how a person keeps the inside of a house by the way the yard and outside looks. Exactly. That's the point, is it not? If the outside looks bad, what do you think the inside looks like? I'm just saying. Interesting. Adrian says a match would be better, I guess. Oh, Bourne says our HOA measures the damn grass. Oh, Bourne. I could never live where they have the HOAs. I don't think that would not work for Queen, because I definitely wouldn't want nobody trying to tell me about what to do with my curtain rods and windows and all of that. That would definitely be a problem. Well, I wonder if she has HOA. You think she pays HOA fees where she stays? I'm curious. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I haven't the foggiest idea. Oh, I just love that one. I thought she lived on an oceanfront property on the Gold Coast of Florida. Jesus, that's priceless right there. The Gold Coast of Florida. Ah, GNR says the neighbors got the memo. Froggy, wow. Nene says, where the hell is that? Where I live in Florida, that would not fly. Does she live in the Tweaker corridor? Ooh, now that's not nice. Somebody says, yes, industrial area. Interesting. Bubby, was this really necessary? I mean, that's her home. Is it a home? I don't know. Oh, listen to these people. I agree. All this arguing, pettiness doesn't help anything. TBH, I used to watch such and such a channel and several more. I stopped because of all the drama. I started watching this one hoping it would be more adult-like and more focused on missing children, adult unsolved cases. Somebody says, you're on YouTube. It's all drama. Exactly. Because see, all it takes is for somebody to have something to say about what you said in your video or something you said on a panel, and people go from there. That's just what they do. Okay? Doesn't mean it's right. It's just what people do. She replies back to someone, you're exactly right, but I prefer not to be involved in drama. Life in general is difficult enough, especially in today's world. Oh, this sounds like a commercial. Oh, now they say he's bashing everyone. It's never about the missing children. Oh, somebody says, Blunt Mouth says, I know he's deleted some of my comments and I wasn't even being rude to anyone. He seems to behave very immature. This is all very childish, says Sonia. Well, it's probably no more childish than some of the comments you all make in the chat. How about that? And you expect the comments to sit in the chat? So how's it different? That's what's so funny about some of you. A lot of you are hypocrites. You all talk bad about people as well. Let's check the deck, okay? A lot of you say a lot of nasty things in the chat about people in the story. You say nasty things about the YouTubers. Don't say you haven't done it, because I've seen it in a chat. I've seen it in my own chat. I've seen it here on the panel. So this godlike image everybody's trying to portray, just stop it, okay? Just stop it. I've seen some nasty stuff in the chat alone. In the chat alone. About the people in the story that you don't like. And the creators as well. What are you looking for, an update? Well, there's no update. Now, what else? What else you got? That's some people's, stay out of people's way is what I can say to you. Shelly says, I don't know anything about junkyards. Queen. No, I don't know anything about them myself. Somebody said, she said long time ago, people throw Maltese cocktails over her backyard fence. Well, no wonder. Interesting. Wow. Don't throw stones. Wellborn. That's what maybe some people should do. Don't throw stones. Don't worry about it, Ruling. It's nobody. I just found it interesting. I was minding my business. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was just trying to figure out what all the stuff was in the yard. And what the hell is that canoe, that miniature boat doing back there? Well, where is it going? That's all I'm curious about. Where is the boat going? Where's the boat going? And where is the water? AB, you should have took a picture of the water, of the ocean. Is it near the ocean? I don't know. Does somebody know? I'm just curious. That's all. Anybody know if it's near the ocean? Maybe it's behind. Maybe it's behind the fence. I'm not sure. Interesting. Don't blame me. It's not my post. Shelly, please. Where's the trailer for the boat to go on? I don't know. Maybe you should ask her. Where's the trailer? I don't know. You know, the boat's not that big, so you probably could just hook it up to the back of your SUV or your car. Get you some, get you some twine, or the that rope that they used to use to hang clothes on, and you could tie that little boat to the back of your car and just drag it on down to the water, I guess, to the boat dock. Oh, honey, that can't be the ark. No way that could be the ark, because I believe the ark was bigger than that. The ark had animals, and Noah had to have room. He had a lot of animals. I don't think that little boat would carry a lot of animals. I don't think so. Well, I don't do boats either. And I especially don't do little rowboats. And from what we've seen of that thing, I don't see her in that little rowboat either. Especially with all that gobble gobble hanging up underneath her chin. That would definitely weigh the boat down. I'm just saying. Imagine the sparks dragging the highway. Exactly. That's why I said I don't think you need a trailer for a boat that size. It's a very small boat. You don't really need a big trailer. I don't suspect. I doubt that it's ever been hooked up to a trailer. What say you, the chat? I don't know. I don't know. Bungee cords, put a spring. All I can say is you must have hit somebody's nerve, honey. For AB to put that picture up there, you must have hit his nerve. Because I hadn't paid your ass no attention. I said what I had to say weeks ago. But obviously you done got on somebody's damn nerve. You done got under somebody's damn skin. You done got under somebody's skin real bad. It is what it is. Lord have mercy, Kimberly, please. It may fit in the back seat. Girl, if you don't stop. She may need a chicken coop. Well, it's probably under there. It's probably under there. There's probably a chicken coop back there with all that stuff. But just imagine what the house looks like. Let's keep it real. You got that kind of stuff piled up in the backyard, the inside looks probably just as bad. So that little YouTube room you see her filming from with all the flowers on the wall, oh my. There's probably not even a pathway into the room to sit in front of the computer. It's probably just that, a pathway. Probably hoarded up with boxes and plastic tubs. They're probably in all different colors. Red, white, blue, purple, mint green. She likes a lot of colors. Eyewear, different colors. Lipstick, different colors. Razor mouth. Cornbread, please stop. What you said, that John boat doesn't look like it'll float long. What you mean, John boat? What that's supposed to mean, baby? Talk to the queen. I don't know what you mean. She might stay in the shed. Maybe that's where the YouTube room is. She got drywall in there. I don't know. All I can say is, how did he get the picture? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where is the boat going? And how did he get the picture? Because you know that's kind of bad. Somebody that found out where you stay. My. And it'd be different if you had a pretty little house, cute little picket fence, cute little yard. I'm just saying. That's not something I would want people to see. And I'd be on YouTube talking shit. That's all I'm saying. What's the old saying? Choose your battles. She might want to start choosing her battles. Yeah. Choose your battles. Her woman cave. Well, first of all, you have to be a woman in order to have a woman cave. Checkmate. Got to be a woman to have a woman cave, sweetheart. Hello, A1. How are you? I didn't want anything. I just jumped on to say hello. How are you? I said, damn, what in the hell is this? I said, what in the hell is this over here? First I thought it was like a joke. You know what I'm saying? At first, because I kept looking at the picture. And I said, oh, he done made this picture up. So is the picture what they call it, AI generated? Is it AI generated? Maybe we should ask her. Is it AI generated? Kind of like that picture of Sebastian. Is AI generated? I'm curious. Well, maybe she can go stay with the Proudfoots. They got a nice house. She like having them up on the motherfucking panel. Call the Proudfoots. They got a party house. They got bedrooms and space. They can even make a room for you in the garage. How about that? They can put you in the garage. Put your mattress in there. Get your frame, because we know your knees are probably a little wobbly. So they'll put your bed frame in there. Get your headboard. Put it up against the wall. You be their little babysitter. Make your little YouTube videos from the Proudfoot garage. Now that would be quite quaint, would it not? Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I honestly thought he had a picture of the dump that was searched for Sebastian. I didn't even... Kimberly, please get out the chat. Girl, if you don't shut up. Wait a minute. What, you didn't read it, girl? Shit, I'm damn dead. Oh, wait a minute. This damn girl done said she thought it was a picture of the dump. I can't. I mean, if she has no money, at least clean it up a bit. Beth, wait a minute. What do you mean she doesn't have any money? All those stickers, chats from talking about Summer Wells and pimping off of her, writing Dear John, Dear Jane letters to the judge because her husband or somebody got into some type of snafu, and she lied to the judge and said she was looking for Summer Wells. All the cash donations and money she's gotten from her videos, and now talking about Sebastian. Oh, no. Let's not go there, sweetheart. Please, let's not open that Pandora's box, because you know the queen will take you there. What do you mean she doesn't have any money? All those super stickers and chats talking about Sebastian, since y'all love talking about who's profiting. Well, let's go there. You can pay anybody to clean your yard, sweetheart. Super stickers or not. YouTube or not. Checkmate. Say it again, Queen. YouTuber or not, you can clean your motherfucking yard. Well, is he locked up? What was he locked up for? I didn't know. I don't keep up with Gator trash, so I wouldn't know what the fuck's going on down there in Florida. I couldn't tell you anything about what's going on down there. I surely couldn't. I don't know anything about it. I live alone and is disabled, and my yard looks a heck lot better than that. Well, oh, domestic abuse. Well, oh, Shelly says instead of getting her nails done, she should be cleaning the yard. Well, honey, she might break a nail if she was to go out there and have to cut grass and weed eat. Oh, hell no. Never that. Never that. She can't do that, honey. Might break a hip. That wouldn't work out. Could you imagine having your hip broken and trying to get your nails done? You know that would be exhausting. Trying to get up from your lazy boy. You know, probably got mounds of cat fur on your ass. And then you've got to tread yourself some type of way out the front door and get in your car. God forbid a hover round. Oh, I don't think that would work. I don't think that would work. Kim says, strap the boat on her back and walk to the water. Kim. Now, Kim, that's not nice. That's not nice, Kim. I didn't see a view of the water, so I don't know if the water is nearby or not. I don't know. You'd have to ask A Balance about that. He knows more about the Google search than Queen. I have no idea if the ocean is nearby. I haven't the foggiest idea. I don't know. I haven't the foggiest idea. Oh my goodness. Oh, these YouTube streets are just dangerous, are they not? Oh my goodness. I just want to know where the fuck that boat going. Where is the boat going? Somebody help me. Somebody please tell Queen, where is the boat going? That's all I want to know. Okay? Where is that little rowboat going? Now look at y'all. Y'all down in there swapping secrets down there. Where you at in Texas? Whew. Queen, you got to stop this, Queen. You got to stay out them YouTube streets. I was minding my business. Ain't my fault. Ain't my fault somebody got a rowboat in the middle of their damn backyard. What they got to do with me? I don't know nothing about it. Woo, Lord have mercy. Lord, and I bet you the inside. Ooh, my God. Shut up, Queen. I know it's funkified. I know it is. Cigarette ashes, soot everywhere. I bet I put money on it. I forfeit everything up in here. I bet you there's soot everywhere. Heifer wash clothes, they smell like damn smoke. Ooh, I can't. Nasty. Nasty ass heathen. Just so nasty ass heathen. And got the nerve to be sitting up here pimping off a 5-year-old baby. Dusty bat. Hey, Christopher Proudfoot. Let Queen talk to you for a second, because I know you like eavesdropping. Won't you go pick up your friend from Florida? Help her out. Looks like she's in distress down there. You and Katie can take her back. Go drive that trailer, that camper down there, and go pick up your little YouTube friend. I said that. Y'all like jumping on her panel all the motherfucking time. Go pick your friend up. Go pick up your friend, honey. Show her how y'all live in the middle of Tennessee. Shut your mouth. Y'all ain't gotta buy no snacks. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you take her up there. You might need some snacks. She might want some Doritos and Fritos and Cheetos. Angela, did you just rhyme? I did. She might want some Cheetos and Fritos and Doritos. She might want some Cheetos and Fritos and Doritos. And a little bit of a margarita. For señorita. Oh, shit. And you make sure you get you a queen size mattress. Because Hug gonna need some room in that garage. Because I know you don't want to put that motherfucking pig in your damn house. Put her in the garage. Ain't that where you kept Sebastian? Yeah. I'm on one now. I'm on one. Y'all fuck with the right one today. Y'all like putting kids in garages, let the neighbor tell it. Well, go pick up that bitch from Florida. Put her in the garage. Put a mattress, headboard, put a sturdy frame. She gonna need it. Make sure you have a box of snacks on the side of her bed. Give her a nice little fan so the bitch don't suffocate. We don't want to hear any YouTube horror stories. YouTuber found dead in Hendersonville. Boy, wouldn't that be a story? Wow, wow, wow. YouTuber found dead in garage. Sleeping on a mattress at the Proudfoot's house. How the fuck did that happen? I don't know. Somebody posted her house on the internet, and the Proudfoots felt sorry for her. They went and picked her up, brought her inside the garage. Yeah, go up there. They're your new friends. You like putting them on the panel? They shouldn't mind coming to pick your ass up. Spend a little quality time together. Why not? Isn't that what friends are for? That's what friends do for each other. They do favors. That's what friends are for. Oh, that's what friends are for. Christopher Proudfoot, Katie, what you doing down there? What y'all doing down there? Somebody said they want to come to your house. Somebody said you got a spare bedroom. Somebody said you got a spare bedroom. You got a spare bedroom now. Somebody want to sleep in somebody's bed because you ain't got no kid no more. You got room for that girl with the flowers. Her just wants some Mountain Dew and some snacks. That's all she wants. She don't need much. That's all she needs is some snacks and some Mountain Dew. Hell, why not? Y'all act like y'all fucking and screwing any damn way. Go pick her up. Y'all can have a threesome. Katie, you like girls? Shit, you probably do. Get you some action. You can ride on Smiley's back. Woo! Can you see that picture? Wow, wow. Katie riding on Smiley's back. Giddy up, giddy up. Come on, horsey. Giddy up, horsey. Come on, horsey. You're not moving fast enough. Giddy up. I can't. I broke my hip, girl. I can't, girl. Why not? Y'all act like y'all screwing anyway. Fuck it. Go get her. Go pick her up in that fancy camper. Bring her up there to Middle Tennessee. All three of y'all sleep in the same damn bed together. Well, what? Shut your mouth. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Woo. Christopher Proudfoot, he be out of breath, won't he? Christopher, you need an oxygen tank. You get through Shut your mouth. Woo, you won't be working you won't be no crane operator. You get through with them two girls. Shut your mouth. What happened, buddy? What happened to you? You ain't been to work in 3 days. I threw my hip out. I was helping Katie. I was helping Katie load a rowboat. I threw my back out. I didn't call in to work. I'm so sorry. Woo, you sure got a lot going on, buddy. Well, I know I'll come back to work when I'm feeling a little bit better. I'll come back to work when I'm feeling a little bit better. Damn, you got a kid missing and now you threw your back out? What are you doing with a rowboat? The hell are you all doing up there? Hendersonville. Never mind. I'll talk to you about it later. Woo, Jesus. Katie and Chris and Smiley. Oh, Tammy, I'm sorry. Tammy and Katie and Chris sitting in a tree. Kissing. Well, we can't talk about marriage because Christopher's already married. And I guess it won't be considered cheating because Katie will say, I don't mind a third wheel. That's a mighty big wheel. That's a mighty big wheel. Wait a minute. That's a big ass wheel. Woo, shut your mouth. Oh, I can't. He did do the right thing, did he not? Tell her keep her fucking big mouth closed. She'll be all right. Leave folks alone. Talking bad about black people. It'd be different if it was coming from Queen. I said what I had to say. I ain't had to send that bitch shit. Fuck her. She's garbage. She's straight garbage. She's playing these mind games with these people who probably killed a kid. You know, real talk. Playing mind games with some baby killers. So you're already putting your foot in the belly of the beast. Fucking with the proud foots. Real talk. All jokes aside. You're already doomed. You're already doomed. And you're using a 5-year-old kid to write Dear Jane letters to a fucking judge for some man that beats you up. The fuck is wrong with you? Because you're grimy as fuck. You're a fuck bitch. That's what you are. You're a fuck bitch. You don't care anything about these kids because you don't care about yourself. You see, self is first. Self is always first. It's called self-preservation. You don't have self-preservation. You can't love nobody and you can't care for anybody. So you keep on sitting up behind that fucking computer, spewing out all your racist comments and bullshit and have all these little cronies falling in behind you. Hey, they could suck the fat out because that's all they're doing listening to you. It's sucking the fat out your belly and underneath your chin. That's it. That's all they're doing. Shameful. Just shameful. I wonder if they go boating on the pool next door. Well, I haven't seen I didn't see a pool. I didn't get a full view. I don't know what they got going on next door. I have no idea what they got going on. Disgusting. Just totally disgusting. A lot of these people up here, they don't care. They don't care about anything. And she's one of those people. No respect. No respect for these children. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . foul as hell. Super foul. I don't know who's worse, her or the other one. They all act the same to me. All of them act the same, just in different ways. They all act similar. Act like they're so concerned about a kid. And they're sitting up here upholding these fucking buffoons that talk about an autistic child like a damn dog. Like a damn dog. And it's shameful. Yet she says she has 2 autistic sons. Well, where are they? In the shed? Probably in the shed. She don't got no damn 2 autistic children. Tell her bring your receipt. Yeah. And now imagine what she said when she was covering the Summer Wells story. Probably said she had a 5-year-old kid or a 5-year-old grandbaby. And she said during one live stream, talking to the Prophets, yeah, I got some youngins too. I got some youngins too. You got some young what? Some young rabbits? Because I know motherfucking well you ain't nobody grandmama. Because I wouldn't want you for my motherfucking grandmama. Hell to the no. Because if you're a pimp a little 5-year-old that's missing, you do the same to me. She don't even know Summer Wells, and she's going to court and lie about that little girl talking about helping to find her. She don't know that child from a can of paint. She would do the same to her own family members. If she got grandchildren, she would do the same to her grandkids. She'd go lie and make up some shit in court about them. Talking about they was sick in the hospital, ICU. They was in a fire. That's the type of motherfucker she is. She's a grimy motherfucker. Because if you do it to a stranger, you do it to your own. And I said that. One lives with her and the other on his own. I wouldn't believe that. When I heard about the letter to the judge, my jaw hit the ground. That was some whole hog gall, as my granny would say. Kids go outside and play in the trash pit. Cornbread, please stop. Hello. Welcome to the Vault Excel. This commentary is about straight gutter trash. What people do for the almighty dollar. As I told people, YouTube is a business, okay? And you can't say what a person can and can't talk about on a YouTube channel. That is their choice. But when they're passing lies and making up things, monetized or not, doesn't really matter. If they're spreading lies, then that's a problem. Okay? Because in the end, YouTube makes money off of everybody on here. So it doesn't really matter what you're talking about. But if you're not truthful in your information and you're not trying to set the record straight, then that's a problem. No matter what you're talking about. But especially when you're talking about missing people, dead people, because it's inhumane. Now, naturally, the people in the story, you don't really know what they're saying is the truth because life is just what it is, a version. So parents, family members come forward to talk about the victim, this, that. That's all you got. He's nice, she's nice, he ain't, she ain't. You either believe it or you don't. But if you, as a reporter or a blogger, podcaster, creator, however you want to label yourself, you start to make up stuff in the story. Make up stuff about the story. Make up stuff about the victim, the people in the story, then that's a major problem. That's a major, major problem. And that's what you have with these people up here who are so desperate for attention. And you can tell the people on YouTube who really had problems growing up, had issues with a lot of things, because you can smell the thirst in their commentary. They're just clowns putting on 24/7. Just putting on. They obviously are insecure. Just insecure bats. And that's what I see with a lot of YouTubers. And if they weren't on YouTube, they'd be on Facebook doing the same damn thing. Going live, talking about absolutely nothing, making up shit, passing it around like it's the truth. That's really all you see up here, especially with true crime. And it's sad. So like I tell people, if you want to get something out of true crime, I would stick to an investigative reporter from the news, or some network such as like Oxygen, Dateline, 48 hours. That's what I would stick with. Because this shit here is just straight garbage. It's just straight garbage. Anybody with sense would know right now, the average network wouldn't hire 1% of what is on YouTube to be a commentator for true crime. No way. They wouldn't waste their breath. Because they're too fucking ignorant. It's just ridiculous. They wouldn't hire none of this trash up here. Because for one, they don't know how to talk. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to carry themselves. And nobody would hire them to spin a web about a missing person, a dead person, or any damn body else. And that's just that. Well, SG, what do you know that's factual about the child? His name? Hey, Jess. What do you know that's factual? His name? Well, the thing you have to think about, what you're saying, unruly, is that these people like watching this type of content. Okay, these people. Now, I've watched that certain Leprechaun's channel before I knew all this other underhanded shit was going on behind the scene. But that's the point in listening to people talk, whether it's YouTube, the Eyewitness News, Dateline, it's all the same. You don't know people. So you're taking the information with a grain of salt. And that's it. And that's something that people don't really understand about TV. Acting, it's all the same. Just because somebody sits up in front of a news desk and he or she makes $100,000 a year or 1.1 million a year does not mean they care about what they're talking about. That's a job for them. And I think some of you need to understand that as far as YouTubers, they may not make 1.1 million. They may not make $500,000 a year. But to some people, it's just something to do, something to just spin. As I told you all about a month or so ago, I was listening to this young guy who has a YouTube channel, and he had interviewed this black man who was a serial killer in St. Louis. I think it was St. Louis, Kansas City, one of them. And I had done a story about it a few weeks ago. The gist of the story is that when I listened to his, I don't know what you want to call it, his channel, and he did an interview with the man. He went to the jail, I think, or he accepted calls from him from jail. It sounded scripted. There was no compassion. There was no intrigue. Listening to him talk to the guy. You know, like when you listen to Dateline and Oxygen and the people are talking to the killer, the suspect, they seem like they're in tune in the interview. It sounded like it was just, you know, a 6-year-old had written down some questions and asked the man, you know, how was your life at home? How was your mom? Everything was robotic. That's the best way to describe it. His commentary was robotic. And the first thing I thought was, damn, I mean, you don't have to act like you're in love with the serial killer, but Jesus, why don't you put some life into the commentary? And it was sad listening to it. I got more from Wikipedia. You know, he had a lot of information that, you know, matched what was in, you know, Wikipedia, probably hell where he got most of the information. But it's just, it was a lifeless interview. Now, one, the guy, you know, he was cold because he just died. He just died in a prison hospital. He was cold. So his answers were straightforward, okay? So it really wouldn't matter who was interviewing him. His answers probably, you know what I'm saying, would have been the same. He was just cut and dry. You could tell he was cut, numb. It didn't matter if you asked him what his favorite color was. He would have probably just said black, blue. He would have had no life when he said it. That's expected because you could tell if something was wrong with him. Because he'd already done time in prison for murdering his baby's mother. So he was just a cold character. But the interviewer should have some type of life in them when asking questions. It just was robotic. So the point I'm trying to make is that a lot of the people that you have up here on YouTube, they are the same, eerily similar. They don't really care about the victims, the people that were murdered. They don't care about naturally the perpetrator. It's just something to appease to the public of people who like true crime, let's say. And you can tell by the way he talked on his channel and the, you know, the information he was giving, he was dead. Now, I'm going to be truthful. If I didn't know any better, I'd think he was a serial killer because he was just numb in the way he spoke. And I thought, you don't need to be doing this. You're not cut out for talking about true crime, and you don't got no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no oomph. You don't have any oomph in him. He's just as dead as the person that he's interviewing, which was the serial killer. I mean, it was just like a robot talking. How did you grow up? What was your relationship like with your mother? Just like that. So who talks like that? You watch Dateline and 48 Hours, they don't talk to people like that are accused of murder or people who are on trial for murder. The hostess does not talk like that to the person. Even if they question that they could have done it, they still have some type of, you know, some compassion in asking the question. Just everybody's just not meant to talk about true crime, and that's just the way it is. Yeah, soulless. That's it. Perfect word. Yeah. Well, Memo, Queen is tired of talking about true crime and dead people, and it's just wearing me thin. Don't believe everything you hear. Critical thinking is important. Wise discernment is also important. Listening to experts in true crime was important. Peter Hyde, Pat Brown, Deception. Yeah. Listen to investigative journalists. Contacted Nick Barris to get answers. Say what? You contacted Nick Barris for what? Oh, SG, come on now. Why would you contact him for what? What is Nick Barris going to tell you? He doesn't know anything. So what could he tell you? I'm curious. What in God's name could he tell you? Well, he doesn't know anything. He's investigating himself. Well, I'm not going to hold you all because I'm sure there'll be more excitement come tomorrow. But I think everybody needs to be leery listening to people that carry content pertaining to children, adults as well, and death. Oh, Adrian, stop it. Heard info from YouTube they were passing off as true, so I went, well, what did he say? Did he respond? Did you get what you wanted? Did he talk to you and did he tell you what you wanted? I can honestly say at the age that I am at, it's mortifying, the way things play out on social media, YouTube, Facebook, pertaining to these people missing. It's baffling, because all it takes is one person to pass a rumor, say they heard this, or this is what the person was doing, and then you don't know what to believe, but you may never hear it on the news. Then you start to wonder, okay, why is the news not talking about this? Because you don't really know what to believe, especially when people go to Facebook with things. And it's not saying that some of the things that are being said on Facebook aren't the truth, but how would you know? You're just looking at a profile and people type. You don't really know what's the truth. If what they're saying is the truth about the victim or whomever is missing, I mean, you just don't know. You won't know because you don't know the people in the story. Who had her husband put in jail and for what? I don't know. Maybe you should ask her. She's the one screwing him. I don't know. Good question. Very good question. Well, this is the latest way to get attention. Very true. All the world's a stage. Very true. Well, honey, what you got to ask yourself, 509, well, not ask yourself, but tell yourself, is that the child was in drama before he went missing. That's why I keep trying to explain to people. Nobody listens. Chaos breeds chaos. That's what you have here. You have a chaotic story. Thank you, dear. You have a chaotic story, and you have chaotic people jumping on the story. You have chaotic people commenting. You have chaotic people digging up stuff. And he came from chaos. So what do you expect? It's just the way it is. The story could have been less traumatic and dramatic had the parents stayed off of YouTube. It wouldn't have mattered what you saw, heard, dug up on the Proudfoot, Seth. They didn't have to answer to it. They didn't have to answer to it. Don't have to answer to it. Coming to YouTube made it worse. They've given you an insight into the life of the child, which made a lot of us cringe. Still makes some of us cringe. So they are part of the problem. And I think that's obvious because the child is missing. It's not a coincidence that the child is missing. Well, and SG, and at any point you can check out of YouTube. It's not mandatory that you watch anything that goes on up here. as I said before, if I was not doing what I do up here, which is, talk about various topics, I would not be looking at anything on YouTube but the home decor videos, organization videos, and maybe a little, documentaries. But they would not be podcasts from other creators. I don't really care for podcasts from YouTubers. I never watched it. When I first came to YouTube, right after my mother passed away in 2014, fall of 2014, I think is when I came to YouTube. I watched home decor videos, back to back, music videos, things like that. That's what I watch on YouTube. Music, home decor. I do watch, some documentaries, from Dateline, things like that. But I was never into any true crime. If I watch anything true crime, I watched it really on TV, 48 Hours, Dateline, something like that. Never knew what a podcast was, none of that. Didn't even know what it was, a blogger. Never knew anything about that. Thank you, Don't Die. Yes, Kim. And you took the words right out of my mouth. I'm so glad you said that. Go get a job you enjoy. Yes, very true. More like a game show than true crime, because it is a game show. I crack my little jokes and stuff about these stupid ass people, but never am I going to ever say anything, jokingly about the victim. That's not my type of hype. But it is a game show. It's obvious. That's why I said I don't have to watch anything but my own show, because I know I'm not going to probably get the truth listening to these other people because of their mechanism. Their mechanism is just for attention. It's obvious. It's like somebody said in the chat the other day. It's who can get the news to scoop out first. And I get that. It's just like the news. They're the same way. They're competitive. Newspapers competitive. They were competitive before we had social media. Who can get the scoop? Who can get the interview? Who can get the mother, father to talk? Who can get the victim's family to talk? I get it. But the thing that these people don't understand up here on YouTube, you're competing against what exactly? Because you're not getting paid a lot of money unless you have a lot of subscribers, a lot of donations. If you're not making that kind of money like Cuomo, you understand what I'm saying? You're not bringing in 1.2 million, 2.3 million a year from, gabbing your mouth up here on YouTube. One's going to say, what's the point? Because up here, you got to hustle to make money, period. I don't care what you're talking about. You got to have a lot of subscribers, a lot of views. I was watching the storage business, buying storage units. That's a good hustle. I was thinking about that today, watching some content this morning and watching these people who buy storage units in upscale areas. Oh, the hustle is real. But that hustle is also a lot of work, because you're going to have to be able to tote that stuff out of there, store that stuff out of there, carry it to wherever you're going to sell it, or meet the people at the storage unit. Naturally, you got to go through all of it, stack it neat if you're going to continue to pay for the storage unit. Because if you live in an apartment, you're not going to be able to take all that stuff in your own apartment. So it's work entail. But if that's what you want to do, because there's money to be made, I thought this is a really good hustle. And then you film it on your YouTube channel. That's even more money once you become monetized. But it was something I was watching yesterday and today. And I said, wow, that's a really good hustle. But it's a lot of work. Hauling stuff, meeting people, trying to sell stuff. And then, too, it gets stressful holding on to the stuff, trying to sell it. Then the people want to haggle you with the pricing. That's going to be another problem. So, it just depends on, your fortitude. But I've watched two different channels early this morning and today of YouTubers who do this for a living, buy storage units and sell the merchandise, put it online. It's a very interesting side hustle. That's it. Oh, they're gone, honey. Don't worry about it. Yeah, there's some channels have some really nice things. Uh, that's why I share a lot of the videos to my community page, so you all can get a gist of what the people are doing out here, what they got going on. That's why I share it to my community page. I've shared quite a few videos over the years to my community page. Luminous, what do you miss? But that's the latest, everybody. As I said, I don't keep up with everything that's going on YouTube. So whatever else is going on between these other people, I don't know anything about it. But the one thing I will say is that, and I've said this before on this network, hey JJ, is that what you put out here in the universe, you should know that you'll get that back, especially if it's negative. It doesn't mean it's right for somebody to put you on blast, because people put you on blast even if you haven't done anything or you don't think you've done anything. But the one thing you have to understand is that what you put out to the universe, you will get that back. And that's what you have here with this dizzy ass broad. She talks the talk, but she can't walk the walk, and that's her problem. She can't back it up with anything. And that's just the way it is. So you put this negative energy out into the universe, you sit up here and you're, coattailing with these baby killers and shit. You should know that nothing good is going to come to you. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. You can't think something good is getting ready to come to you. And you're saying derogatory things about people online on a public platform, and you don't care about it. You have no remorse. You're not repenting. You should know you're going to get all that back. That's just life. I don't care who you are. I don't care your race, how tall you are, your faith, whether you believe in God or not. You are going to get that back. I had a guy tell me that many years ago. It was a course on responsibility. And he was saying, it doesn't matter if you believe in God or not. The universe has to get it back. The universe has to get it back. So whether you believe in God or not, you're a Christian or not, the universe is going to get it back. And that's the point. So you keep doing stuff. You keep saying crazy shit to people, crazy stuff about people. You passing lies, misinformation, whatever it's about. I don't care. YouTube or not, news reporter or not. You out here doing foolish shit. You out here backstabbing folks, doing foul shit. You're going to get that shit back 7 times fold. That's just that. So you don't want problems. Like we say, you don't want no smoke. Keep your mouth closed. Just keep your mouth closed. I personally wouldn't be up here talking about dead people and missing people and be foolishly putting out false information and summoning the devil and thinking something good is going to happen to me from doing that. There's just no way in my right mind I can sit here and think, oh yeah, something good's going to happen. Just like I've told you before, I've had people reach out on the channel saying crazy shit because they don't want me talking about a certain story. And I always tell myself then, if I know that I haven't said anything derogatory in the commentary, then there's something amiss in the story they don't want to be known. Because I've had people jump on the channel in the comment section and they know the victims and they're already angry without me even giving a negative comment. Because when I first report something, rarely do I have just a strong opinion. It's just me repeating what the news has said. But I don't know, what I'm saying, what happened. I wasn't there. So if a person comes in, with a lawnmower, I already know there's some shit in the story. And I've had that happen with the young guy that murdered the girl here in Knoxville a few months ago. He stabbed her. And First thing you know, there's this woman jumping on the channel. You don't know him, blah, blah, blah. I don't gotta know him. He stabbed the lady. And he left her for dead. What is it that I'm supposed to know? And so I put two and two together. I went, Facebook hunting. Put two and two together. I believe it was his mother. But she used, I think, a different name or something. Or I think it was her name. It was his mother, I believe. She didn't like the fact that I'm talking about her son. Well, the point is, your son just killed someone. So if you have a problem, you take it up with your son. Your son unalived a female. That's that. There's nothing to do with Queen. If I don't talk about it, somebody else will talk about it. And they may not be as nice as I was because I don't feel like I said anything derogatory. I just repeated what the news said. And I just asked the questions like I do in every story I talk about. I asked the who, the where, the why, the what. That's it. You come in angry. What are you angry for? No, you're angry because he's caught. That's what you're angry about. But where is that same anger for the dead person? Now, I'm not here to say who was perfect, who was right, who was wrong, but it should have never got to the point where you have stabbed this person to death. Come on now. Then two, the other person who was there in the house, who found her dead, allegedly, she got something smart to say. Hey, woo, 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 I'm that person and you don't got the information right. I don't have what right? Okay? I don't have what right? You got a problem with what I've repeated in the live stream. You take it up with the news. They're the ones that put out the information. So what are you? You mad because the news is saying you found the dead person? See, this is when you know there's something to the story. Because everybody's coming out fighting when I haven't really said anything about who did what. Because I don't know anything. I just played the audio and then asked the questions. That's it. Why did he kill the lady? What happened? How long were they living there? Were they dating? Who's this lady who found the victim? What was going on? Was there something going on with that person? Maybe she didn't like when I said that. And that somebody in the chat said, well, Queen, you must have hit a nerve. You must have hit a nerve. And whatever you asked, there must have been some truth to it. Because the news said the person she was living with found her dead. So why would you get mad that that's in the news story? If you found the person dead, you found the person dead. What's the secret? So why are you mad? Because I'm just repeating what the news said. I don't know you from a can of paint. I don't know you. Don't know your name. I don't know anything. I don't know you. But she had an attitude. So that's when I started thinking that something was off with the story. Because I said to myself, why is the mother of the killer mad? And why is the person who found the dead person mad? Two different people got a problem with Queen when the news is the one who put the story out. I thought that was very peculiar. And then I said to myself, oh, I see what's going on here. Exactly. Thank you, Kim. A hit dog will holler. Exactly. So that told me the mother's upholding a killer and the person who found the victim, perhaps you know more about the dead person and how they got dead. And maybe you were there when the girl was stabbed, but you lied and said you found her dead. That's what I thought, because I couldn't understand her coming in with an attitude. You don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, talking about what? I'm repeating what the news said. You got a problem with the news, you go take it up with the news. Hey, you're the one that was there, so you had to be the one to give this version to the news. So that's when I knew then. I said, this bitch has to be lying because she's angry and this is her version that I'm repeating. I don't know these people. So this is what I'm saying right here with true crime. You know, you can summons the devil. Because I could feel the tension in the commentary from that mother and then the girl who was there, who allegedly found the victim. I told myself, Queen, you're rarely wrong about people. You're rarely wrong about circumstances. There's something off here. Somebody's lying about what happened to this girl. And they're jumping on your fucking comment box because somebody's scared shitless. But I'm not the one you should be worried about. You should be worried about the district attorney. I'm the least of your problems. Because I hadn't passed any rumors or anything like that. I just ran the story, played the audio, asked the questions. That was it. And then I found this white guy's post who said he was bullied by the guy. And then all hell broke loose. Here comes her son. The dead lady's son said, "Hey, ma'am, I'm her son. Can you give me the name of that guy who wrote that post about him? Because I need any evidence for court." And I told him, I said, "Well, you can go to Facebook and find it. I'm not putting his name, on my channel. I just didn't want to do that, even though it's a public post. But I just didn't want to put the guy's name, just in case I'm not talking to who I think I'm talking to, because people can steal a profile and pretend to be somebody." So I went and looked up the guy, and it was her son's name, but that doesn't mean that could have been the son chatting in underneath my video. And my spirit just said, don't put that white boy's name up there. The guy who went to school with him, who said he was teased by him. Just don't do it. So it was public information. It was a public post. If he wanted to find out who the schoolmate was that was teased by the killer, he could, readily go find it for himself. That's exactly what I was thinking, SG. That's exactly what I was thinking. And at first, it's so funny you would say that, because I wanted to tell the boy, who the white guy was who wrote the post. But my spirit said, don't do it. Even though the guy's post was public on Facebook, anybody could have found it. Something just said, don't put his name on the channel. Because I could have easily read his name out. I didn't do it. I didn't want to do that. And I didn't put it in the chat, in the comment box, because that's what I was thinking. I said, what if this isn't the son commenting? What if somebody stole his profile and it's not the son asking questions? But then the other side of me felt kind of bad, because, the son could be in mourning, naturally mourning his mother's death. And maybe he wanted to know who this guy was who, was teased by the killer in high school, and it could help, the case, down the road. So we will see. We will see. But I am curious to why he, unalived that young lady. I don't know what happened. I don't know the people. I don't know what went on in that apartment. I just know they said the victim and that guy, the killer, were living with this other female. So I don't know who this other female is to them, a friend, a relative. I don't know if something else was going on between all three, if this was some type of menage a trois gone wrong, or somebody was sleeping with somebody else behind their back. I have no idea. I just found it interesting. Everybody was coming out the woodworks related to the victim wanting questioning Queen. That's what I thought was strange, because I didn't really have any information. So I just thought, what is everybody upset about? I don't have anything. I'm just repeating what the news was saying. And you could tell that you could cut the conversations with a knife, how deep it was. Well, that's true. Sometimes you're right. It's not your job to speak the truth. That's the whole thing about talking about true crime. A lot of people get involved thinking it's their job to, find out things about people, and I don't advise it. I personally don't, because a lot of people do a lot of digging in these stories, trying to find out who they were married to and criminal backgrounds, and do all this other kind of crazy stuff. And you have to be very careful what you put out here, about these people. Because what you also have to remember is that somebody is missing or somebody's dead. That's off the rip. So you're going in the belly of the beast, digging up stuff, trying to figure out stuff about these people or put stuff out about them, whether it be you a YouTuber or not, a podcast, or you just somebody commenting on a video or commenting on a YouTube, on a Facebook group, Facebook post. You better be very careful doing that. You better be very careful because you can be found. And I don't know why people think that you can't be found. Because I see it all the time. People wanting to know your IP address and where you live. And it doesn't take much. Because once you have that public Facebook page, your ass is doomed. You can be found. Because all a person has to do is go to your Facebook page. If it's open, see who you're friends with. See who you talk to the most, who comments the most on your posts. And all they got to do is friend that person. And then they can slide in their inbox, start asking them personal questions about your ass. And before you know it, they got all kind of stuff about you. Because people do talk. And everybody is not your friend. This is why I keep telling people that you have to be very careful about what you post and say on Facebook about other people and things. Because there's other people who are snooping and looking for shit. And they will gladly go slide into your friends' inboxes and try to get shit on you. Especially if you're involved in a crime or they think you're involved. You just got nosy people out here. Oh, thank you, honey. Well, I live in the South, don't dive. I live here in Tennessee. I'm almost positive that's not her house. And yes, she does live on the beach. She's got a privacy fence around her whole backyard. That's not Smiley's property for sure. I'm almost positive. Well, Gina, I don't really care if it's her house or not. And my thing is, why do you care? Why do you care if it's her house or not? Just saying. What do you care if it's her house? Maybe a joke. Maybe not. Don't have nothing to do with me. Sing what? Hey, Sue. Love you too. You saw what, Regina? I don't care where she lives. Regina, what are you talking about? Seen it. Seen what? Now she can't respond. Seeing folks do exactly what you're saying with people's family members. Well, yeah, they'll do that. That's why I don't understand all this sneaking around with these Proudfoots and all these people. What are you all looking for? Calling the reporter and asking the reporter stuff and calling the sheriff and why are you doing that? I don't understand that. Hey, Unruly, thank you. Well, why do you feel the need to be involved? This is what I don't understand about people. Calling people, sheriffs and police officers and chiefs of police and going in the inbox of a stranger. I don't understand that. Because even as a YouTuber doing it, it's still, to some degree, it's an invasion of privacy. Reporters do it because that's their actual job. They get paid to do that. I can't really compare myself to a reporter because I don't consider myself a reporter. I don't consider myself an investigative reporter. I just consider myself somebody that talks about different things, whatever that title may be. But do I have a right to be in these people's inboxes asking them, hey, I want to talk to you about this. Would you like to come up on my channel to talk to me about your son or your daughter missing or your husband's death? they may feel like that's an invasion of privacy. Like, well, you're not with the news, so who are you? Why are you in my inbox? And they do have a point. I can't really say they're wrong. They don't want to talk to me. And I can see these YouTubers who are doing this. You can tell they're just thirsty as fuck. They don't care if the people are telling the truth or if what they have to say is the truth. They just go ham in, bring them up, and let them talk. But in the end, a version is just that, a version. Yeah, I wouldn't have no. I just don't advise. You need to be very careful. Telling your personal business anyway. I don't care who you are, whether you're up here or not, or you're a famous person. You just need to be careful what you publish or what you talk about, where you live, your family members, your name, all that, because people are evil and they will try to find you and they will put things out about you that's not the truth. They'll tell things that's allegedly the truth. It's just the way it is. I mean, and you have people that this is all they do. This is their life, being on social media, digging up stuff. I see it all the time. People always in the comment section, I went and found this and I was looking this up and, oh, it's public record what the house costs. And I'm just like, do you really care? Why are you doing that? It's just bizarre to me. And some people may think I'm crazy because they're like, well, you're a YouTuber. Yeah, but I've got a fine line of how far I want to go in bringing content. I don't want to be on my phone and computer all day looking up the price of a house, a marriage certificate, divorce decree. I don't want to do it. Criminal background checks and all that old bullshit. You got to pay for that information. Do I want my card on file for that? Possibly not. But some of you, you're okay with that. And where I have the problem is you digging around, but you're not even a YouTuber. That's weird to me. It's one thing the YouTubers doing it, and they're in excess with it. But just somebody chatting on a Facebook page or YouTube video and say, well, I'm going to go check. I'm going to go find out how much the house is. I'm going to go see what school they went to and if they really went to Harvard or that's some weird shit to me. I'm sorry, but that's just weird to me. I have a problem with that type of behavior. I'm not with that type of shit. Hello, Nana. Thank you. Heavily monitored. Well, it ain't monitored enough. Is it important finding a missing person? That's what matters. Yeah. But all that other digging and stuff, I just don't think it's a good idea because that stuff leads to other psychotic behavior. And a lot of people don't understand that. You start digging up stuff, the next thing you know, you're jumping on the people's Facebook page saying stuff. That's something I don't condone. I see a lot of that. I saw a lot of that with the cases I've covered, and I just don't think it's a good idea to be on people's Facebook pages commenting. The Proudfoots, whomever, Seth, doesn't matter. I don't believe in that. I think that's a slippery slope. And what you don't understand is your profile is on that fucking page and you're commenting and you're saying derogatory stuff, just crazy stuff. I just would not do that. There ain't no way in hell I'd do that. I'm never gonna do that. Yeah, it is sticking your nose where it don't belong. You're sitting here commenting and saying crazy stuff and every day going back and forth, arguing with people on Facebook about some crazy ass people you don't know a damn thing about. And you forget you've got a Facebook page. You can be found. Don't think you can't. Because all somebody has to do is send you a friend request. Send your friends a friend request, anything they can try to get on you. And you sitting up here lolly-da, lollygagging around thinking everything's good. And before you know it, somebody's been in somebody's inbox asking 1,000 questions about you. You don't even know it. They don't have to come back and tell you. your Facebook friends will have to come back and say, oh yeah, there's this guy been in the inbox asking all these questions about you and how I know you and where you live and where you work. And I just wouldn't do it. I'm not that in tune to a true crime story to be digging all up in these people's sister, brother, cousin. Sometimes I'll go look up certain things, but it's not an everyday occurrence with me. I'm just not that invested like that. Well, I'm going to check out of here. But that's the latest. Just poking some fun. Mr. A Balance with his post. And as I said just a few minutes ago, I don't really care where a person lives. That thing, I could care less where she lives. It's neither here nor there for me. My thing is what I've already said 1,000 times. Stay in your lane. You don't want no smoke? Stay in your lane. That's all. Hey, Joy. You don't want no smoke with people? Stay in your lane. Because all it takes is one psychotic person to leave out the chat, leave off a video, and try to find you. And I'm going to recommend a movie. Matter of fact, this is going to be my movie for the week because somebody needs to hear this. And she's one of those people. She needs to hear it because she's a dizzy broad. She and a whole lot of other YouTubers and some of you chat members too. The movie of the week will be Talk Radio. Some of you may not have seen this movie. It's an older movie. Came out late 80s. And it's about a radio host that was very opinionated on his talk radio program. And let's just say that somebody didn't like some of the things he was saying on that radio broadcast that he had. That's my movie suggestion for the week because somebody needs to watch that. And you have to realize that everybody is not going to be in tune to your commentary, your jokes, your humor, or the content that you're bringing. Some people don't want you even talking about the content, whether you give your opinion or not. You just have some crazy ass people like that. But you also have to be accountable for the things you say during the broadcast, such as what I've said here. I've made jokes about a buffoon. I sure have. And I take full responsibility. But I also know that I don't go out here bothering people. I don't go out here bothering people. And I can honestly say I haven't reached out formally to anybody in this story pertaining to Sebastian Rogers. Not on my own. If a message was sent, they either decided to comply or not comply. If not, that's the end of the story. I don't beat a dead horse. And frankly, what I've seen, I don't want to be mixed up in this nonsense pertaining to Sebastian Rogers. As far as the parents and all that, I don't have time for that. Because I don't see it going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Thank you, tacos. Kim says there's not anywhere left to search where Sebastian is concerned, same with other missing kids. Well, that's why I said it's left up to law enforcement at this point pertaining to the child. They have more information than we do, and it's just best we trust their judgment that they know where they're going in the investigation and any leads, because that's the point of the story. You don't have proof of nothing pertaining to the child. So there is nowhere for a stranger to go in the case at this juncture, because we're 4 months, approaching 4 months now. So there's nowhere for a stranger to take it. It's just the way it is. Oh, Kim, stop it. Well, you do need to stay in your own lane. There comes a time when you have to learn that. Because one thing I've learned about trying to be right all the time, that doesn't work. And sometimes being right can get you hurt. There can be ramifications for even trying to be a right fighter. And I think a lot of people have found that out. You know, you think you're doing something that's right. You think you're doing something noble, but that's the whole point. Everything's about interpretation. What you think is right is not right in the eye of somebody else. And maybe what you think is right ain't really right. That's just your perception. And as I said, some people have to learn the hard way. And you can get yourself hurt and get yourself killed, meddling and stuff. It's just no different than me talking up here, talking about certain things. Somebody may not like what I have to say. They might try to find me. So I might, like I said, just bring the news story. Don't really give a deep commentary. They don't want the story talked about. You know, my thing is, like I just said, well, the news is talking about it. What you going to do? Go hunt them down? You mad at the news broadcaster? You mad at the police for investigating? What are you going to do? You know, knock off everybody? Because naturally, you know, you can't. But just saying, if you're this psychotic, but you have people that are crazy like that. They don't want you saying anything. Anything. Just repeating it. You don't even have to say, I think this happened or I think that happened. They're just angry you are talking about it. It's very bizarre. Yes, whistleblower. Exactly. Very true. Hello, Holly. How are you? Well, thank you, dear. I appreciate it, Regina. But that's all I got today. That's all I got. All I can say is somebody might need to get that rowboat out their backyard. People coming in here writing in all caps, trying to tell me about where somebody lives. I could care less. That doesn't mean anything to me. Is that all you're concerned about? Oh, that ain't her house. She don't live there. Well, if she lives in an oceanfront property, then she should have better things to do with her time. How about that? How about going out there to the ocean and kick your feet in the sand or wade out in the water? How about that? Take advantage of the ocean. Go float out there. And keep other people's names out your fucking mouth. That's all you got to do. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $BigAngie129. Cash App, stickers and chats are always welcome during the live stream. This is live number 2, unplanned live. Please check out the earlier live pertaining to, oh Lord, crazy stories out of Indianapolis. A man and a woman left 2 children in a hot car last week. One will be going to court tomorrow. The male, they both bonded out last Wednesday. The children are okay, but they're in the state's care. And then an older couple, middle-aged couple, well, one guy, he's my age, 53, black male, and a white woman, 74, left 3 pets in their car after checking into a motel, and the pit bull died. The German Shepherd was honking a horn, trying to get out of the car, and also a cat was in the car. 3 animals. One is now perished. The cat and the German Shepherd have been taken to the animal center. I don't know if those 2 are still in jail or not, but they will go to court, I believe, Wednesday. So I will bring you an update tomorrow on the couple who left the 2 children in the car while they were at Walmart. Grace of God, the children did not die, but they're in the state's care. And number 2, the 53-year-old man and the 74-year-old woman. Very weird looking couple. He looks like he's on drugs. Go to my community page. I have their pictures posted there. Check out the video also on my community page. I believe they're still probably currently in jail. Uh, the boyfriend, he's facing a level 6 felony, whatever that means. Animal cruelty and killing an animal. And she's facing an animal cruelty charge. I believe that's a misdemeanor. Talk radio, sweetheart. It's an older movie. Yes, that's what I was talking about. The storage units, yeah. I may share that one guy's storage unit. I was watching it earlier. I've got to finish it. They had some nice stuff in there, a bunch of Nike products. So they've made their $180 back for sure. He said, we're going to auction. We're going to start the auction off at $1 online. And I thought, yeah, they'll probably get up high with those Nikes. But anyway, they had a good lick because most of the stuff that I saw, excuse me, were Nike shoes and women's shoes. So, women like shoes. They'll pay for the shoes, especially, name brand shoes. My 30-year-old neighbor got murdered in a home invasion last week. She was just laying on her couch and he had just out on bail. Oh, Zoe, my gosh. Well, what did he get out of jail on? Sorry to hear that. It's terrible. It's really terrible. Stabbing. Yeah. Well, what did he do? The one that went to jail. What did he go to jail for? What a mess. Oh my God, for rape. Zoe, this story is weird. So the boyfriend went to jail for rape. Well, who did he rape? And who did the home invasion? I'm confused. So she been dating a rapist. Is that what you're saying? Because I don't think she let him back in her house if he raped her. I'm confused. She just fallen asleep after her friend's wedding vigil was today. But did they catch the guy? This is a weird story. I'm confused. So the home invasion, does it have something to do with her boyfriend getting out of jail? Girl, you should have hit the link. Because I hate when you all text. So I don't understand what's going on. Oh, random. Jeez. What the fuck? Damn, girl. And then it's your neighbor. Do you live in a house or an apartment? Oh, wow. Yeah, you're sitting here telling me this is a random crime and this is your neighbor. Okay. Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy. Tori Dunn. No, she didn't know the guy at all. Tori Dunn. Well, can you come up, Tori? I mean, I'm calling you Tori. Lord, excuse me. Zoe, can you come up and explain it? Because you try to type. I'm not getting the gist of what's going on. Well, that's what I'm asking. Well, you're an apartment, but you just said it's random. So that means he broke in her house, Zoe. Oh, so you live in a neighborhood with houses and apartments. Still bad. He still broke in. Well, do you want to come up and explain it? You don't have to show yourself. You can just talk on a microphone. Oh, shit. It's always at work. Okay. Well, let me look up something for a minute. They always come in the chat texting and they're at work. Damn. This is the hardest working job up here. I said I'm going to go back to uploading videos because that just seems easier. It really does. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Oh, it's taking forever. My device. Okay, hold on, honey. All right. Let me pull this. Hold on. Let me pull this device down a bit. Woo. Okay, hold on, everybody. So I got this. I can play this. Okay, hold on, honey.
You're the most important person in the world? Did you want you to feel like that? 30-year-old Tori Dunn was killed on the evening of June 16th inside her home in the Port Kells neighborhood of Surrey in what appears to be a random act of violence and home invasion. Tonight, dozens of Dunn's loved ones gathered at Bend Regional Park for a candlelit vigil to remember her and to call for justice. Some of her friends had just been at a wedding with Dunn the day before her death. All of us were together, and your sisters and my family, and we all were dancing and laughing. And so we have really good keepsakes of our last day. But I think like our wedding will always be a reminder of our last day off. That's it.
She was just vibrant. Just a wonderful. If she was here today and that happened to somebody else down the block or in another street or city or town, she would be enraged too.
We want answers. We want answers from the police. We want answers as to how this could happen. No one has been formally.
See, is the source, uploaded 9 hours ago. Thank you for joining me. Vigil held for slain Surrey, British Columbia woman Tori Dunn. Tori Dunn died in hospital June 16th after being found injured in a home in Port Kells, police say. A large group of people assembled at Surrey Bend Regional Park for a vigil in honor of Tori Dunn, who was killed in Surrey, British Columbia last weekend. Investigators say Surrey RCMP officers were called to a home near the 9800 block of 182 H Street around 10 p.m. PT on Sunday and found 30-year-old Dunn with life-threatening injuries. She was transported to a nearby hospital for treatment where she died of her injuries. Homicide investigators have described the crime as a senseless act, with Dunn's family saying that they believe the Surrey woman died in a home invasion. Though her father, Aaron Dunn, says details about the killing are still being withheld from the family. We've learned more from the media than we have from the investigation team, Dunn told CBC News. Dunn said his daughter's fiance told the family the pair had just returned home from a birthday dinner when Tori Dunn was attacked as she was falling asleep on the couch. The grieving father recounted his last conversation with his daughter, which took place over the phone on the morning of Father's Day. I'm so grateful that she phoned me, he said. It was less than hours later that this happened. He emphasized the vigil served not only to remember Tori, but also to call for justice and answers. In a statement released Wednesday, the Integrated Homicide Investigation Team, IHIT, says a suspect was located and taken into police custody. IHIT says the suspect remains in custody for an unrelated charge that has not been identified by the investigation team. CBC News has reached out to IHIT and Surrey RCMP for further details on the suspect. Police have not yet confirmed that Dunn died in a home invasion. Okay, what is that supposed to mean? Wait. Police have not yet confirmed that Dunn died in a home invasion. That don't sound good. My family's outraged and we're going to fight, Dunn added. We're mad. We're going to get justice for my daughter. Victim-owned landscaping business. 30 years of age, everybody. Haley Dunn, Tori's cousin, expressed disbelief over the tragedy. I think people are appalled, Haley said. I think that people that knew Tori are the most shocked because, again, how could this happen to somebody so kind? Tori Dunn was the owner of a local landscaping business called Dunn Wright Landscaping, and Haley said her cousin had a lot of ambition and drive as a young businesswoman. She's probably one of the hardest workers I've personally met, Haley said. She was determined to make something of herself. Oh, mercy me. So what was the unrelated charge that the suspect was involved in? Curious. Random attack. One article says random attack. They do have him on camera wandering around. This is British Columbia. If you're curious to this information. Well, Zoe, you need to reach out to the Queen. If you know any of her family members, if they would like to reach me, you can contact me on IG, Big Sexy 71. They would like to talk to the Queen. Chilling home surveillance video from North Surrey's Port Kells neighborhood captured. A man wandering the streets on the evening Tori Dunn 30 was fatally attacked in her own home. At 9:23 p.m. on June 16th, a stranger in a light-colored hoodie is seen walking across 182A Street towards a construction site before heading south. 10 minutes later, the same man returns, walking north with his hands in his pockets in the direction of Dunn's home at the end of the cul-de-sac. He looked very nonchalant. He's wearing a hoodie, said neighbor Fiona Longo. Charlize Trujan said she saw footage of the man walking down the middle of her side street before he stepped onto the sidewalk in front of her house and took off his hoodie. He had his hood over his head, and then I did see him ditch his hoodie behind the mailbox and then continue walking in front of our house and then up the street, Trujan told Global News in an interview. It was quite scary. After police vehicles rushed to the scene at 9:56, the man is seen again without the hoodie walking away southbound on 182A Street as an RCMP SUV flies by. He darted in between some houses and wasn't running, Longo told Global News. The man is seen ducking between houses as a fire truck roars by. Clad in a white t-shirt and black tote, his face is clearly captured by cameras at 9:57 p.m. before he casually strolls back onto the street. If you're running, it looks suspicious, I guess, right? Said Longo. Whereas if you're walking, it's not so suspicious. Very good point. The Integrated Homicide Investigation Team said at approximately 10 p.m. Sunday, Surrey RCMP responded to a home in the 9800 block of 182A Street and found a woman with life-threatening injuries. Ms. Dunn, who owned and operated a landscaping company with her partner, died in the hospital with help from a police dog team. IHIT said a suspect in the senseless act was arrested nearby and remains in custody on an unrelated charge. Neighbors said a knife was also recovered in the area. Trujan wonders why the suspect ended up in their neighborhood, which she said is still under construction, with few developed houses and no bus stops anywhere near it. We really are kind of in the middle of nowhere, and we have so many questions and not a lot of answers happening right now for us, said Trujan. Global News has learned the suspect, whom we are not naming until charges are laid, is on probation and has been in and out of custody in recent months. While on bail on robbery charges, the 41-year-old is accused of stabbing a woman near a Surrey SkyTrain station 3 weeks before Dunn's homicide. Okay, so this is where we have a problem. What is he doing out if he just stabbed a woman on a Surrey SkyTrain? Longo said when police requested her surveillance footage to try and piece together investigation timeline, they also divulged details on the suspect. The fact that this guy was out when he had committed quite a few crimes is just brutal. The suspect is scheduled to appear in Surrey Provincial Court June 25th on unrelated charges of robbery and aggravated assault. Dunn's family, who will be honoring Tori at a 7 p.m. vigil Saturday at Surrey Bend Regional Park, believes she was the victim of a random home invasion. Memorial service for Dunn is planned for Wednesday, June 26th in Surrey. An online fundraiser for Dunn has been created as well. Global News is the source. Wow. Well, once again, this is a problem. Newly developed neighborhood. He knew about the neighborhood. Clear view of him walking by one person's, by homes. Somebody's got a camera, good footage. He's out up to no good. That's it. That's the point. He's out looking and lurking. They also got him with his taking the sweatshirt off. He's got the sweatshirt off, walking around with a black toboggan on. He's also looking up at cameras. He's sick. Why did he stab the lady on the SkyTrain? For what? Did he rob her? I believe they said robbery was the motive there. If I'm not mistaken. I'll read that again. They have good footage of him walking about. What's sad is, imagine just walking by him, taking a run, walking your dog. Where did the knife come from? Did he have the knife with him already? This is bad. This is really bad. You're not safe anywhere. I don't care where you live. So that's what's going on. 41 years of age, on bail for robbery charges. Accused of stabbing a woman near a Surrey SkyTrain station 3 weeks before Dunn's homicide. So he's a bum. So we're going from robbery, stabbing a woman in public, to now breaking and entering. You're welcome, sweetheart. How do you go from robbery on the street to breaking and entering? That's sadism. We've left robbery now to sadism. This is bad. This is real bad. Because we're stair-stepping here. It's one thing to rob people on the street, but now you're breaking in houses. It's totally different.
Crime scene at the home behind me cleared about a half an hour ago. The victim's family is understandably devastated and struggling to understand what appears to be a senseless act of random violence perpetrated by an alleged repeat offender. The woman found clinging to life inside a home in the 9800 block of 182A Street in Surrey's Port Kells neighborhood Sunday evening, identified by family and friends as the owner of a local landscaping company. Tori Dunn, who founded Dunright Landscaping Services in 2019, died in hospital after what her family says was a home invasion. In a social media post, her broken-hearted father wrote, "We cannot begin to understand how someone as kind as Tori could be victim to such senseless violence. Tori was loved by all that she met. She devoted her time and love to her friends and family, someone who lit up the room with her smile and laugh. She is loved more than words."
We felt it was really safe, and now obviously we're thinking otherwise.
It was super scary. Like I'm
I'm scared to even walk my dog now.
This home surveillance captured someone walking through the neighborhood about 30 minutes before the call came into RCMP at 10 p.m. Police say a man was quickly arrested nearby with the help of a canine unit. Sources say the suspect, who has a lengthy and violent criminal history, was released from custody days before the homicide.
Despite providing the most explicit and strict directives to Crown Counsel around seeking detention in circumstances like this, we are still seeing release of people back into community, and they're causing harm. They're hurting people. We will continue to work with the federal government to ensure that the federal criminal code is responsive to what we're seeing in communities.
Global News has learned the suspect, whom we are not naming until charges are laid, was sentenced to 31 days in jail and 24 months probation on March 28th for obstructing a peace officer and possessing a weapon for a dangerous purpose in Vancouver on January 15th. He was then accused of 2 counts of robbery on April 25th and released from custody on $500 bail the next day. On June 5th, the suspect was sentenced to 10 days in jail for breaching his probation in Vancouver on May 28th. And on Monday, he was charged with aggravated assault in the alleged stabbing of a woman on May 26th in Surrey. Now again, the suspect has not yet been charged in this case. He was due to appear in Surrey Provincial Court today on the unrelated charges of aggravated assault and robbery, but we've learned he's agreed to remain in custody until June 25th, at which time a date for a bail hearing will be set.
He knows what he's doing.
Kristen, I understand a vigil is now being organized by the family as well?
That's right. So before they navigate trying to plan a funeral, Tori's family will be hosting a vigil in Tori's honor at 7 Saturday evening. That will be held in Surrey Bend Regional Park.
See, this is a problem here. I couldn't even keep up because when you start naming all these different dates of crimes, I can't even keep up. He didn't have any business out after stabbing the lady. You already had him robbing this thing, and then he's over here stabbing somebody. Why would you give him a bond? For what? It's ridiculous. Just back-to-back crimes. Bond. Now he feels like, oh, well, I'll stay in jail now. Where'd he get the bond money from? The $500 bond. Where'd he get that money from? You're robbing people, but where do you get the money from? Oh, from the last person you robbed? I'm curious. Where is he getting the bond money from? You're robbing people. Are you using money you rob from people to bail yourself out? Next crime, help me understand. So now he's willing to stay in until the next hearing for now this murder charge. Well, I would assume there won't be a bond this time, buddy, for you to get out. There'll be no getting out now. Because this is what happens with true crime. They just keep doing stuff until that one time they take a life. And that is what has been said so many times about true crime. Shit is only done once a life has been taken. And that's what you see here. More than likely, that's what's going to happen. He won't get a bond now that he's taken a life. Well, sadly for this lady, she's no longer alive because you've let him out. Just stabbed somebody a few weeks ago. Why the fuck would you give him a bond? This is ridiculous. It's absolutely horrendous. But you see this all the time, just like with Anaya Blanchard in Alabama. Her case is the perfect example of just nasty, vile judges. I wouldn't take a dog to Alabama. Ever. Crime after crime after crime after crime after crime after crime after crime. State to state, state to state, state to state. This fucking Yazid just going around just doing all kind of crazy stuff. Here's your bond. That's how you end up killing Anaya. See, he was free. He just tried to kill an elderly man. What, January, February of that year? And he attacks her, what, that October? It was unbelievable. And they said that he beat that elderly man so bad, they don't even know how he had breath in him. That's what was said in the article. I remember it like it was yesterday. He and a group of people robbed this older man and another guy at a hotel, threw them in a car, and I know in my heart they were getting ready to unalive those two men and dump them somewhere, just like what he did with Anaya. Took her, probably sexually assaulted her, robbed her, and dumped her out in the fucking woods off of an Alabama highway. It's ridiculous. You don't know people. Why didn't this young lady have security cameras, alarm? Because people are going to wonder that. You just moved into a house, whether it looks safe or not, or underdeveloped, you need security because there's always somebody out looking and walking around. As you heard the young lady speaking earlier, there's nothing here, there's nothing around. He obviously was on foot. How did he get to the neighborhood if he didn't drive? He obviously is not driving because he assaulted that other lady on the SkyTrain, which I'm assuming is public transportation, so he doesn't drive. So how did he get out there? How did he get to the neighborhood if there is no way to get there but by a car? How did he get there? Damn good question. Condolences to the family. This is bad, man. That's why you can't trust people. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust a neighbor. I don't trust anybody. You think people don't try to make conversation with me? I talk to you when I want to talk to you. I will talk when I want to, and when I'm ready to shut up and don't tell you nothing, you can best believe you ain't gonna know shit. Because I don't trust people. It's like somebody the other day trying to talk. Oh, you're my neighbor. So what? You about to break your neck trying to talk to me. I don't have nothing to say to you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be involved. Because I know how shit leads to other things. And that's a whole nother story. I'll tell that story when I'm somewhere else. But I know people and I know what they're about. And whenever somebody acts so thirsty that they got to talk to you, they got to have a conversation, I don't trust you. I don't want to talk. I know you live next door to me. So what? You can't make me talk to you because I know where it's going to lead to. I'm not stupid. I don't want to talk. So don't knock on the door. I'm not knocking on your door. You're not coming in here. I'm not going to your apartment. Because I don't want nobody in my fucking business and I don't want anybody bothering me. My life is simple right now. It's uninterrupted. I want to keep it that way. Because I've learned about apartment living. Mingling is the start of your problem. It is the start of a problem. And I've seen it 1,000 times. What starts off as harmless chit-chatter leads to borrowing, bumming, unwanted advances, derogatory conversation, and you beat yourself up saying, I knew better. I should have never put myself in this situation. I ain't going. And that's not me being mean. It's just I know more about what I'm talking about that I just don't want to talk about on the live stream. But I'm not falling for it. Go harass somebody else. This is bothersome to me. These stories, such as with Miss Dunn, are scarier for the obvious reason. If it's found out they don't know each other, they never had contact, the suspect doesn't know her family, friends, or her mate or whomever, that's a big problem. Because now you're talking about just some random bloke walking around a neighborhood, casing things out. So one's going to say, is he on drugs? Is he schizophrenic? What's his problem? Is he a sadist, rapist? Because you'll see this with sadists. They're also thieves. They're also robbers. So who is this man And what are all his charges? You're hearing he has some violent tendencies, charges, so he's not to be on the street. And sadly, this woman has lost her life because a dirty judge allowed him to walk free. And if I was the family, I would sue the judge. Yes, I would. I'd take it to the highest court. I'd take it to the highest court until the judge falls. You would get no rest with me. You get no rest with me. I'm sorry. I'm going to make your ass pay. My baby is gone, so you don't get a reprieve. She's not coming back. So you're not going to get to walk around eating ho-ho cakes and Oreos off of the taxpayers' money. Hell no. Hell no. No, sir. No, ma'am. Whoever the judge is, you will not get a reprieve. I'm asking for your robe. And I'm going to ask for your robe until there's no breath left in me. That's what I would do if I were her parents. I would drop a petition to have the judge removed. Give me thy robe. You are not fit to be on the bench. Point blank. And that is why a lot of people are unalive right now, because somebody, a judge, gave them a free pass to bond out, a few days in jail, just like this last charge. He didn't give him 10 days in jail. Well, hell, why give him the jail time at all? This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Strangers will ask a bunch of questions, creep me out. I ask if they're writing a book about me or something. Yeah. Well, I mean, Kimberly, you see it all the time. Just stupid questions. I mean, he knows we live right next to each other. He's trying to get me to talk. I saw him coming. I got up and removed myself from outside. And he just had to say something to me. That was the whole purpose of me getting up. I saw him rolling out. I took my ass out of here. Let me go back in. I'm trying to avoid him and others at all costs. I know what I'm doing. That's the reason why I got up. And I guess he felt like, oh, she's leaving. Let me try to say something to her. I don't want to be bothered. I'm not interested. I don't want to be friends. I don't want to be involved with anybody in this building. I don't want to be bothered. And that's my personal feeling. I don't want to be bothered, because I know that talking and chitter chatter leads to stuff. Then you're starting to ask questions. Then it's, oh, can you come over? Can you help me with something? I can't reach this. I'm handicapped. It's gonna be something. I don't want to be involved. I don't want any problems. I just don't want any problems. And I'm not falling for it, because I know, it's obvious he wants to talk to me so terribly. That's why he said something. He saw I was walking off, and I didn't even give eye contact when I was, trying to walk around the railing to get into the building. He had to say something. I left because I saw him coming. So he knew. He saw me leaving. He knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. So I'm not falling for it. And I just don't trust people, and I don't want to be bothered, because I don't want any problems. But this story to me is baffling, because this is somebody's home, and your home is your haven. So it doesn't matter if you're in a house, a condo, apartment, it's your home. And apartment living is scary too, because if you're living by a bunch of doors, people have access to see you coming and going. They can look out peepholes, so they know when you're going in, opening doors. That's why I don't like making a lot of noise when I come in or go out. Because, a lot of people, they're loud. They come in talking loud, and they leave their apartments talking loud, and they come out on their phones. I don't advise you to do that in apartments, especially if it's nighttime, it's dark 30. Everybody don't need to know that you're coming home from work or out on the town or wherever you're coming from. You don't need to be talking on the phone, walking in. That is, your defenses are down. Don't do that. You don't need to be coming out the door early or late, running your mouth and talking on the phone. People don't need to hear all that. I'm just a cautious person. And when I know I'm in an environment that's possibly might be a problem, I'm not going to give you what you want. That's me. I even said that about walking in elevators. Do not walk all the way in the corner of the elevator. Walk in closest to the door. So in case you need to get out, you can at least be banging on that elevator door. Okay? Don't walk all the way in the corner where you can get trapped. So that way, if the wrong people come in, you don't want to be cornered in the elevator. You want to be closest to the door. And if somebody tries to make you scoot, oh, you want to move back? No, I don't. You can go stand behind it, not moving to the corner, not one corner. Stand close to the door so you can make your way out. So I thought about that recently. Don't sit in the corner. Either corner, sit closest to the rail to go out of the door. If they want to crowd their asses in there, they can crowd behind you. Nobody can make you move. And be leery if somebody comes in the elevator wanting you to move from the door. You were there first. You don't have to move. For what? Handicap? Tell them, hey, I'll step off, let you in. Hey, you need all the room. Let me let you, I'll get off and give you all the room you need. No, you got to think. Oh, Nana said I walk 5 floors. Well, I'm just saying, at some point you have to ride the elevator. Everybody's not in shape to go up 5 flights of stairs, honey. Especially if you got groceries and bags. You're not going to want to climb 5 flights of stairs. But I'm just saying you got to be on your guard at all times. And it's a terrible way to live. Because, see, that's something that a person shouldn't even have to be thinking about, getting in a damn elevator. Oh, I got to go sit close to the door. Don't go all the way in the corner. But because people are so wacky and they don't know how to behave themselves, you've got to think like that. You got to think like that. It's just terrible. This is just a terrible way to live right now. You know, coming out the door, you just don't know what's going to be outside your door. You don't know if somebody's ear hustling, somebody's listening to your conversation. That's why I do all my talking, conversation back in my bedroom. I do not sit in the living area to talk. Rarely even watch TV in there. I don't even want you hearing my conversation. I just, you probably can still hear me now talking, but you understand what I'm saying. You have to be careful. And this is why it's sad. Apartment living, you just like more on defense in apartment than in a house. And it's not saying that a bad thing can happen to you in a house, as you hear with this lady. You know, she got hurt in a house, home invasion. But I'm just saying, in an apartment, your voice carries, people can hear you. It's just a recipe for disaster. It's just a recipe for disaster. Because people hear your conversation, they'll know what you're doing when you're leaving. God forbid you're talking about hopping on an airplane, going somewhere. Now they know you're leaving your apartment. See, you got to think. I think like that. And I tell people who visit me, you don't got to talk loud when you come in here. You ain't got to let everybody know what the fuck we're talking about. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I'm paranoid like that. You ain't got to come in, screaming at the top of your lungs, letting everybody know you walked in the damn door. I hate guests like that. They got to talk loud, walking in, walking down the sidewalk, banging on the door, yelling your damn name out. Oh, you want to get under my skin? Man, I'm telling you, that's a pet peeve of mine. Do not talk loud coming to my door. Don't talk loud at the door. Don't talk loud walking down the sidewalk. Don't talk loud knocking. Don't. You want to fall out with me? That's a good way to do it. And a lot of people think, what's the problem? What's the big deal? It is a big deal because you don't know who's listening. You come banging on the door, yelling, hey, you ready to go? Let's get ready. So now you're letting everybody in the damn building know you're going somewhere. You don't do that. You just don't do that. Well, Zoe, I'll be praying for you, praying for her and her family. It's terrible. And I'd like to get a little more information because this is still just very interesting. He's walking around. Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you. It's just strange he's walking around. And I'm not saying people don't do this because he obviously, is there something wrong with this guy? But just he's walking around and he has to know that people have cameras and he doesn't care. And then you just pick this house. So it's like maybe that's what he was doing the whole time he was walking around. he was looking for the house that didn't have cameras. It has to be something. Because why did he choose her house? So he was scoping the place out. But see, what there's a problem is not just scoping it out, because people do that. But why he chose her house? That's where I had a problem. Kat said, and don't bang on my door either. Beating on my door is a pet peeve of mine. Yeah, you don't have to do all that to visit somebody. Hey, people act like they're just ignorant, all that banging and hollering and stuff and talking. Oh, and talking through the door. That pisses me off. Talking from the car to the curb to the door. Stupid stuff like, why are you hollering? Everybody in the neighborhood don't have to know that you're visiting. Men, I see a lot of men do that. Hey, it's me. Open up. If you just texted me and said, you're outside, what are you yelling about? That makes no sense to me. To text a person, I'm on my way. Then they pull up, they say outside. And then you text back, okay. Or you might say, door's unlocked, whatever. Why are you hollering at the fucking door? When we just had a conversation where I'm acknowledging that you are outside. So why are you hollering? People do the weirdest things. I have to do a show about that. Because God knows we've been on 12 topics during this live stream. But just saying, just weird stuff. I'm just cautious, I just don't believe in announcing thyself. I just don't think you should be announcing yourself coming in and out of doors. I just don't. That's just who I am. I just say some rules for apartment living, they're just not the same rules that you're going to apply to living in a home. In a home, you want to be loud and let the neighbors hear all your damn business. That's on you. But in an apartment, I don't advise it. Because you don't know who's listening. You don't know who's else is in somebody's apartment eavesdropping. Same thing for a house. Somebody could have some unsavory company and they're gone or asleep and they're watching you unload your groceries and they're peeping out to see what you're bringing in. And next thing you know, here they come. Do you need some help? I can help you with those bags if you need it. No, I don't need no help. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, honey, I'm a funny old bird. Well, exactly, Kim. Very true. You don't have to answer your door. You don't have to answer your phone. Yes, that's true. I mean, that's what the lady said in the rental office. She said, you don't have to open the door. That's why you have a peephole. Exactly. And you'll see people who get robbed. They will still open the damn door without looking out the peephole. And you're sitting here thinking, well, why didn't you look out the peephole? You look out the peephole, you don't see anybody, or you see somebody you don't know, you don't even have to answer. You don't even have to acknowledge that you saw them. I don't care if they say, I know you're over there. I saw your feet under the door. Did you see my feet? Well, good. Then you should see the same feet walking away from the fucking door. Get away from my door. You got to know you got to buck up out here. Because that's what the perpetrator is wanting. A weak spirit, a weak mind, somebody that's not paying attention. As I was told recently by someone, you've got to stop this shopping at night, coming in at night with stuff. I just don't think it's a good idea. And so I've got to, change my habits because I have been going out late shopping only because it's so damn hot during the afternoon, early evening. I wanted to get out later, so it'd be cool off when I'm coming home. But I do realize I probably shouldn't be coming in with lots of parcels, even though you can't really see the bags that I have because I put them in, those decorator shopping bags. But still, a person knows they'll assume you've been out spending money. So I do need to watch that. So there'll be no more coming in late with shopping bags. Oh, don't die. You're killing me. All times will never answer my door for anyone. Oh, okay. Well, there's people who are like that. A lot of older people I notice will say, not to say that, you're older or anything, but just saying, I've heard this from people who were older. They will say at a certain time of night, they don't answer the door, which I think is a very good idea. It's just not advised, and I don't care where you live. It's just not advised to open your door a certain time of night. And many people, I've had neighbors, I had a lot of older neighbors over the years. That was one thing they would say: if you ain't here by 7 or 8 or whatever, you ain't getting in. I ain't letting you in if I know it's you. Even if I look out the peephole and see it's you, I ain't getting up. Because a lot of older people go to bed early, so they don't have a need to get up and open the door. So I understand that. And I think that's a habit that many people should probably adhere to, even if you are young. Doesn't really matter the age. You aren't obligated. Huh? I'm old. Oh, okay. But I'm just saying, I don't want you to think I was saying you're old. I was just, rethinking, because I've dealt with a lot of older people, and I've had a lot of older neighbors. And that's one thing I remember. A lot of them, they would tell me, well, I'm going to bed early, so if you're going to come by early or call me early. I don't get up, answer the door. And I just think really that's a practice that many people should have. It shouldn't be an age thing. You need to start setting standards about opening the door and when not to get up. And I just think that once it starts getting dark outside, whether it's winter or summer, spring, summer, you need to set rules to say, so long as I know it's not the children, it's not the grandchildren, it's not family, I ain't opening. And frankly, you need to tell your friends and your family that. And I'm going to say this, I'm going to check out of here. You need to tell your friends, your family members, your children, your grandchildren, especially for those that do not have keys to your house. You let them know, at this time, I go to bed or I wind down. So do not knock on my door. You tell that to whomever, your neighbors, your friends, family, tell them all. If you have a set time you like to go to bed or just wind down, you let them know. And you also tell them if it's an emergency, text me on my phone to say you need to talk to me or you need a cup of sugar, whatever it is. And if you still don't feel comfortable doing that, then you don't have to. You're not obligated. Oh, a door ring. Okay. Yeah. Because people still can try to goat you into pretending that that's them texting or pretend that's them outside and cover the peephole. People are savvy. So if they think you know this person and they know you deal with each other, you could get a crook to pretend that they're that person, cover the peephole or stand on the side of the door and whisper, and you're looking out and you don't see anybody, and then they could pretend that they're your friend. Oh, it's Miss Millie. I just need to talk to you for a second. And you might think for a minute, that don't sound like her. But then you foolishly open the door anyway. Hey, thank you, Zoe. You open the damn door anyway, and now you're bum rushed. Yes, Kim, very good point. Try to be invisible. Don't call attention to yourself. Exactly. Don't. Because we all can do it. That's why last week I bought crossover bags, purses. I do not carry big purses. It's been years since I've carried a big purse. I've even bought some big purses a year or two ago. I don't even carry them. I just hate to part with them. But I will not carry a big purse out in public. For what? Because the bigger the purse, I don't recommend it. One, it makes robbers think you have money. And then if they see a name on the purse, they think you have money. And you need to be light on your feet. That's why I recommend buying you a pretty little crossover purse. And don't let it hang to the back of you. Don't wear backpacks. Don't buy the purses with the backpacks. Miss Millie, so funny. Girl, you're a mess. You need that crossover bag to the front. Okay? That's to keep you safe. Because if anything happens, you need to be able to run. If you even have to drop your bags and your crossover bags, still on you, you want to be able to run. You don't want to be trying to carry heavy bags and a big old purse in case you have to run to safety. Let them take that little bags of junk you bought. You can always replace that stuff, but you can't replace your life. Well, I hope these tips have been helpful. Zoe came in here and she's got us on a sad story. We wouldn't even be talking about these prevention measures. But anyway, the devil is busy. He's always at work. And all I can tell you is just to be careful, because there's just really no foolproof way of staying safe. Security systems, doorbell cameras. The point is, if a person wants to try to get to you, they will. Let's just keep it real. And people have had their houses broken into with security cameras, doorbell cameras. We just have a lot of shitty people out here. And if they want to harm you, they just will. You just have to pray. My best bet is to tell you to get you some type of weapon. If you're comfortable with getting a weapon and you're able to be a licensed carrier or some type of mace, you need to arm yourself with something, whatever it is, because we have some sick people out here. And even living in an apartment, I don't trust somebody having access to the apartment, such as a key, because we've heard horrible stories with maintenance men breaking into apartments and lying in wait for women. That's another thing that's dangerous. Building managers having access to the apartments, doormen having keys, all that type of crazy nonsense. So I think everybody, depending on how you live, when you move into an apartment, you need to ask all the pertinent questions about who has access to the keys. Do they return the keys at the end of the day? Just ask. Building managers, if you live maybe in a more expensive type apartment building, ask the landlord who has access to the apartment when the office is closed. If the doorman has access, you let them know, well, I ain't really with that. Horrible story that happened in Florida where this beautiful girl, just beautiful, was a real estate agent, and she lived in a very nice apartment building. She lived in a little skybox, and they never could figure out how she was unalived in her own bed. Well, the doorman, night manager, whatever he was, he slipped into her apartment while she was asleep. He watched her walk in. He went through one of those hallways, stairwells, or whatever, and he made a way into her apartment and wasn't detected by the camera. And he walked in her house, sexually assaulted her, and he murdered her. And they never could figure out how the killer got in, how the killer made entry into the building. Well, the killer was already in the building because the killer was sitting at the front desk. So you need to ask all those questions when you're moving into apartments and skyboxes. Who has access to my apartment after hours? When the office is closed, who has access to my apartment? You need to ask all those questions. You need to make sure, if you move in a skybox just as well, that you have cameras pointing toward the hallway in both directions. So that way they can see who's coming in from a stairwell and also who's coming down the hallway toward your door. And yes, get your doorbell camera. And if you have to sit something in front of the door, such as some wood with some, what they call it, some nails, do it. Because you got to remember, the perpetrator doesn't know that's going to be on the other side of the door. Hell yeah. Go to Home Depot, buy you a piece of plywood, and ask to have some nails driven into it, and the nails upright. I remember watching that in the Charles Bronson movie years ago. These people were trying to fight off crime, and Charles Bronson was setting up ways to booby trap the people's apartments to fight off the little gangs and stuff. They put a board in the windowsill with the nails sitting upright, and that one of them young guys came through there breaking in. Woo! Can you imagine when he stepped in there and stepped on that plywood with those nails? There you have it. Hey, Tracy. Good to see you. Yes, it is. It's very sad. But foolproof windows and things, especially if you live in a house. Nobody has to know those things are there. It's not important. You're the only one that's going to see them. So you got a house, lots of ways to booby trap your house. Lots of ways. And the nails in the windowsill is perfect. Perfect. Because if a person is breaking in, they're not paying attention to what's in the windowsill. They're not, that's the farthest thing from his or her mind. All they're trying to do is lift that window up. So you could put it in the windowsill. I'd put another one down under the windowsill. So even if they knock that one over, you could have another one sitting where their feet are going to be. So then when they step in, they're now stepping on a bed of nails from the plywood. Because that's what you always have to remember. The perpetrator does not know your house. Okay? Unless they've been in there. So nobody has to know what's in the windowsill, what's down on the floor. Put you some plywood down with nails in them. Hell, maybe get you some glue traps. Yeah, the glue traps, the ones they have for the rats. It's a bit extreme, not pretty, but hey. Sit them in the windowsill. Let them come in. Stick their hands down in there. Now they got to worry about getting those glue traps off. And trust me, they'll be making some noise. Because that's going to be a problem if you've got glue traps stuck to your hands, especially bare hands. You're going to be trying to get those glue traps off. That's a good idea, Queen. I can't believe I came up with that idea. Oh, with the cats. Okay. Well, it's just, honey, they're just ideas. You just want to, have something around. And that's really a good idea in the windows, though, because that's not something a person's going to be expecting. The plywood with nails or glue traps. Right, running covered in. Well, that's what I'm saying. Nobody's going to think about that breaking into your house. That's just the farthest thing from a crook's mind, breaking and entering. They're not thinking about glue traps and wood with nails in it. They're trying to get in your house. They're not thinking about what's on the other side of the window. They're just trying to get in. So you booby trap that window on the floor in the windowsill. I'm telling you, you're going to probably hear some noise. You're probably going to hear an ouch. You're going to hear something. Hopefully you'll be able to get up and get out of there. Kim. Now, you a mess. Let me get out of here. I'm almost 3 hours in. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Talk Radio is the movie for the week. I'm going to go ahead and share that now to the community page. And I'm going to try to find it myself to watch. I'm going to see if YouTube has it free. Matter of fact, before I go, let me see if YouTube has it for free or where we can find it to stream. Oh, God, look at this guy. If he don't sit down somewhere about this Sebastian Rogers, this guy's starting to make my ass itch. Just run around all these places. Don't know where to go look. Just stop it. Well, let me see. Can't find it. Okay, it's on YouTube, but you gotta buy or rent it. So let me see if somebody else got it for free. 1988, I think that's what it was. Yep, 1988. Oh, dang it. I'm mad YouTube don't got it for free. Shucks. Now I gotta try to find it. Somebody that's got it for free. Well, let me see. This one person got it here. Let me see if this is all the movie. Hold on. Oh, he's talking over the movie. They're just discussing the movie. Hold on, everybody. I was hoping somebody had the movie. Dang. And uploaded it for free. Good night, hun. You're welcome, honey. I'm mad I can't find nobody with it for free. Now I gotta go try to hunt it down somewhere without having to buy it. Or rent it. Well, here, we'll play the trailer, then I'll check out of here. All right, good night.
Fritos, throw away your National Enquirer and pick up the phone. Go ahead, pick it up, hold it up to your face, and dial 555-TALK. Open your mouth and tell them what we're going to do about the mess this country's in. Talk radio. It's the last neighborhood in town. People just don't talk to each other anymore. Let's go to the first caller. Night Talk, Agnes. Yeah.
I love movies. Now why don't they make more of them?
Those shows are ancient, Agnes. Lucille Ball must be at least 105 years old. The rest of the cast is dead.
Harry, Metro is going to be picking up the show starting Monday night, bring it to a national theme.
We have a very special guest with us. Kent is the classic American youth, energetic and resourceful, spoiled, perverse, and disturbed. Would you say that's an accurate description, Kent?
Barry should ask me if you want to be a guest on the show.
Why?
Because I'm the boss, Barry, that's why.
All you have to do is just be nice, okay?
Easy, Barry. You're part of the problem, you see. I don't care what you think. No one does.
He's going down in plain stand.
So what? You get the package and sent down to the station. See, if I were you, I'd have my pretty assistant give the police a call. Take the bomb squad about 10 minutes to get down
Bomb
there.
squad? Why should I call a bomb squad? Tell me something. I'm curious. How do you dial a phone with a straitjacket on?
Oh no, that wasn't a good entry. I didn't like that one too tough. Hold on. All that music. I'm gonna find one that less talking it.
Never been there. Wanted to take a look at Hitler's homeland. Are you familiar with Adolf Hitler, Jack?
I'm familiar with Adolf Hitler.
I bet you are. I decided to visit the remains of a concentration camp on the outskirts of Munich. Dachau. You join a tour group, go out by bus. Everyone gets out of the gates. It's rather chilling. A sign over the gate says, Arbeit macht frei. It means work will make you free. Something the Nazis told their prisoners. You still listening to me, Chad?
I'm counting your lies.
Good. I want to make sure you're hearing them anyway. So here I am walking around this concentration camp, and I see something on the ground. I picked it up. Guess what I found, Chet? A tiny Star of David. Very old. Who knows, it might have belonged to one of the prisoners of the camp. Maybe a small boy torn from his parents as they were dragged off to the slaughterhouse. I kept that Star of David. I know I shouldn't have, but I did. I keep it right here on my console. I like to hold it sometimes. In fact, I'm holding it right now. I like to hold it in my hand to give me courage. Maybe some of the courage that small boy had as he faced unspeakable evil can enter me as I face the trials in my own life. As I face the cowardly and the narrow-minded, the bitter, bigoted people who hide behind anonymous phone calls full of hatred and poisonous bile. The gutless, spineless people like you, Chet, who make me puke.
Keep talking, Jew boy. Life is short.
Wow.
Stu, let's send a microwave oven out to Chet.
All right, everybody. That's a short clip of the movie Talk Radio. That's my movie of the week. Check it out. Drop your comments below the post and let me know what you think of the movie and what did you learn from watching Talk Radio. It's about to be now. I'm going to end it now, Luna. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful week. Once again, movie suggestion for the week is Talk Radio. You can buy it or rent it on YouTube. I will try to find it on some other streaming device that is free for your entertainment. You have been listening to the Vault Excel. Thank you.